Yo, what's going on with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, people, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus and hikikomoris out there is Mr. Nintendo Sony Freak 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. Of course, you guys know that's interest and interest towards this channel. Excuse me. As always, people, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good extra stuff. Man, I know this is about a week and about 2 days old by the time I upload this. Because if any people saw my video yesterday about Sonic the Hedgehog thing being delayed, I was a little frustrated. Not flabbergasted by it per se, but a little heated about it. But at the same time, I kind of understand because doing a lot of the movies that are in CGI take about 4, maybe 5 fucking years before the movie's even done. Because that's how long as shit it is to process that type of high class technology, especially the visual effects artists and all that. They're probably, I thought they were going to get work to the bone, but he did say they're going to take it a little easy on the visual effects artists and the animators that are going to be recreating Sonic all over again, which that means all the actors probably have to do all the little parts that when they were communicating with Sonic. They're probably going to have to do all their roles all over again, which is going to take a fucking lot more extra time than it was supposed to. It was supposed to be released November 6th of this year. Now it's fucking February 14th of next year, 2020. On a Valentine's Day out of all days. Anyways, there's that. And and I did talk about how Danny DeVito would have looked like Pikachu. It was on Nintendo Soup. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below if you want to watch it. This one actually was a little bit interesting for me. And if any people have ever watched my videos of how, unfortunately, when I was about 11 and a half, 12 years ago, when I was still living with my family at the time, and they were a little bit of a religious fucking Bible thumpers. Let's just leave it at that. There was certain things I couldn't do. I couldn't watch certain rated R movies that had cussing in it. I couldn't fucking... I mean, it's kind of standard for maybe even parents that... kids, parents or teenage kids, teenagers that have parents that fucking, that don't even go to church. They probably wouldn't even let them do it. Probably wasn't able to watch porn unless they were out of the house for the weekend, and I'd probably be able to do it, but that was the only time I was able to do it compared to now. I could watch it whenever the fuck I want. And I wasn't allowed to say certain games. Most of the violent games I was able to play, but it was only one or two Mortal Kombat and fucking even the old school shit like Twisted Metal. For some reason I wasn't able to play that or Resident Evil 3 or nothing. That was weird. And certain other things. But luckily, since I've had been living in my own apartment for a while, for about 12 years now, I've moved about 4 places already. But been able to do whatever the fuck I want. And as a 30-year-old fucking man, I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want. Anyways, as long as it's not against the law or it's hurting anybody, that's totally fine. Anyways, this one right here, I only heard about this yesterday, but it's over a week old. It's almost 11 days old by the time you guys are watching this. So it says, a real pastor holds church in VR, baptizes an anime girl, which actually, to be more blunt and real with you guys, it's not a real actual anime girl's getting baptized. It's I don't know if he's a YouTube live streamer or Twitch streamer. I'm pretty sure he's probably a Twitch streamer because that's where usually most of the people go for gaming is Twitch. Way more than YouTube Live. I mean, there's still some people that do live streams on YouTube, but obviously Twitch is where it's a lot more at compared to YouTube. Let's be honest. YouTube always still tries to want to be like every other site. Anyways, this one I'm not sure what comes from. I'm not sure who wrote it, but yeah. Let's get into this. It says, gamers reach an incredible diverse set of people across national, linguistic, and social barriers. That goes for the religion, too. Last week, it noted that Ninja was taking meals off screen for the respect of Ramadan. I think that's that Arabic, Middle Eastern, Indian religious sort of holiday that they do to respect the gods that they serve and shit, and their Allah or whatever. I don't know. And speaking of which, I hope to God YouTube doesn't shut my channel down for saying Allah, because I'm not a fucking terrorist or none of that shit. I'm just saying. I'm using it as an example, educated example. I'm just saying. Let's move on. And it should be little surprise to see religious groups taking up residence inside virtual spaces. One Christian pastor now holds church in VRChat and even includes baptism, no matter how ridiculous a person's avatar is. Pastor DJ Soto is the subject of a new video from YouTube's Siremore, or via Polygon, I had this on Polygon and 5 other like sites too, but I didn't want to read it from there. To kind of know how SJW they are half the time. Or third wave feminist garbage that they have. Anyways, it says, and the whole process is equal parts earnest and absurd. Soto described his VR ministry and allowing disadvantaged people, from folks in wheelchairs to recovering drug addicts, to attend church without the judgment that sometimes comes from traditional congregations. And growing up in a very strict Christian religious household and going to church every Sunday and sometimes Wednesday, not all the time. Because the church where I was in, it wasn't really strict per se, it kind of was. As a Hispanic Latino that lived here in the United States for a long time, when I was still living in upstate New York at the time, yeah, I barely ever knew Spanish. So most of the time I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about until years later when I started learning when I was a teenager. That was a little bit different. To be honest, man, they do not fuck around when it comes to like, I'm not sure how they do in traditional black churches or white churches or Asian churches, but in Hispanic churches, almost 90% of the time they are loud as fuck, man. Especially if you're in the back East Coast, mainly traditional like Puerto Rican churches, they yell and scream the living shit out of their heads. And I remember a 7, 8, 9-year-old me, I was like, what the hell are these people so fucking weird? I didn't say the word fucking. I think I said freaking instead of fucking. Anyways, yeah, it was a big fucking mess, seriously. It's like, the second you start talking about Jesus and God and trying to save people and shit and from not going to hell, like everything becomes a fucking sin. You already kind of know about my stand on that. With no respect to other people that were born and raised in Christian religious households, but you already know after a while it gets sickening and really, really fucking depressing as shit, to be honest. I don't know, maybe if my life would have been a lot better if I didn't know nothing about God, compared to like being raised with them every fucking day, hearing verses in my fucking house almost every damn hour. I don't know. It's been about 12 years since I had to go through that, and thank God I got the fuck out of there. Anyways, fellow YouTuber Drumsy is appearing in VR chats as a busty pink-haired anime girl in pastel suits. Undergoes a digital baptismal service by crouching under water for a few seconds, as Soto describes the symbolism of the ceremony. You can see Drumsy's own perspective in the baptism on YouTube, or see Seymour's, or Seymour's, however you say that, full video below. After the baptism, a banana hugs Drumsy. A tiny cat asks how Drumsy feels, and he says, I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I just had an experience, unquote. And SpongeBob hops into the baptism pool service and soaks up all the water and runs away. That sounds straight up like a fucking meme. Like, this shit wasn't even true. I'll get to that in a second, though. So it says, it is again absolutely absurd. Oh, shit. Hold on. Absolutely absurd. Earnest. Soto himself has been retweeting these videos in between announcement of his VR church schedule. So even some accounting for the wild gags in these videos. He seems glad that they are out there. Seymour's other videos similarly shine a light to other human elements in VR, including casual chats on topics ranging from abusive families to homelessness. And that is true. I looked at another one of his videos where he had like... I know it is hard to take them seriously because they're like in avatars where like they're the cartoon characters or a famous movie actor, famous anime person, or anime cartoon or Japanese anime character, or a famous, I don't know, music artist. But my God, I think he was like avataring as Piglet or Tigger from Winnie the Pooh or something, and he was talking to him about how he felt about drug abuse and like even way more deeper serious stuff about how some of his people that he interviews, I don't know if it's, what's his name, Seymour or the other dude that did it, Bubsy or Trubsy, however you say his name, Drumsy. I don't know if he did it or Seymour did it, but he even talked about like certain people that were like rape victims and shit and how they went through that traumatic experience, which, wow, like this guy Seymour is actually serious then. Because at first when I looked at the video and I looked at the title of it, I thought it was going to be some bullshit clickbait garbage like, oh, it's just a prank, bro, about them making fun of Christianity and shit. I thought that's what it was going to be at first. When I watched the whole video, I was like, wow, we're actually fucking serious about this. That's crazy. As far as the Pastor Soto goes, I just hope to God he's actually a he's able to like mentally like handle some of the people that are going to be there. Not all of them are going to be there to hear about the word of God and shit. They're going to be there to like troll and mess around with them. So hopefully he is aware of that. So that way he doesn't make himself look like a fool on the internet. Just saying. You know, say he's not going to pass no judgment on certain people I go to his like little virtual VR church. I mean, I can understand for people that are blind or in a wheelchair or they got some certain disease where they can't go outside because they have real bad allergies or something, but I don't know. In my own personal opinion, I'm not going to get too personal, but I remember when I was like 10, 11 years old when I got baptized for the first time, and it's about 3.5 years before I moved to Vegas. To be honest, yeah, it kind of just felt like taking a fucking bath, but as an older kid. I don't know. So this one pissed me off a little bit. I'm only going to read half the article. This is from Andy Robinson. Give credit. As World Health Organization approves the classification of games industry, calls on members to rethink the decision. World Health Organization has recognized gaming disorder as an international disease, which I heard about this, I think it was 2015 or 16. I talked about this about almost damn near 3 or 4 years ago. This shit pissed me off so much, and it still pisses me off now, man. The organization has been looking for the public health implications of excessive internet, computer electronic devices since the use of 2014. Oh, I thought it was 2015-16. Never mind. And last year, it included the gaming as a medical disorder on the 11th revision of the International Classification of Disease, or ICD, which is referenced to by medical institutions and insurance companies around the world as a guideline for disease. ICD-11 was presented to World Health Organization Assembly today, which is agreed to be adopted by members of states. It will come into effect on January 1st, 2022. So by the time I'm 33, 34-ish, it's unfortunately going to be an official sad disease. So it says World Health Organization defines a disorder as a pattern of gaming behavior characterized by impaired control over gaming, increasing priority given to the gaming over other activities and extent that the gaming takes precedence in other interests in daily activities, and continuation of escalation of gaming despite its occurrences of negative consequences. By the way, this people, World Health Organization, you have no idea what the fuck games are. Stay the fuck out of something you do not know what you're fucking talking about. Stick to fucking like helping better people get better, getting over real diseases like cancers and tumors. Like figure that shit out first before you start fucking attacking gaming and shit. Of something you have no fucking expertise on. Alright? These stupid fucks think they seriously know whatever the fuck they want. Fuck that, man. Gaming disorder, that shit is not a fucking disease. That's not even really a choice. That's just something that they made out of their ass and say, oh, this is a disease. No. I would agree if it was gaming addiction, but that's a whole other different thing compared to gaming disease. Or whatever the fuck it is. Anyways, it adds that for gaming disorder, the diagnosis, the behavior pattern must be of sufficient severity to result in significant impairment in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, and other important areas of functioning, and would be normally have been evident for at least a year, 12 months, okay. The games industry has argued that the further research must have been conducted before coming to any conclusions, no matter what the representatives from multiple nations who call the WHO member states to rethink their decision. And the other half you can read here on your own. I'm not going to get into that. I think it's all political garbage. So, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. This just goes to show you a lot of the people, especially in their 50s, 60s, and up, a lot of really, really old senior citizens that barely have zero understanding, except for like one or two, because I know there's this lady that plays Skyrim. She's like, I think 76, 80 years old, and she likes playing it, which I barely even knew about this shit till like last year. And by the time the next Skyrim comes out, she's going to be 88, 89, 90. I don't even know if she's still going to be alive by then. Hopefully she is, so at least she sees her avatar before she leaves this world, man. Seriously, man. World Health Organization, seriously, they could just please kindly fuck off, because once again, I said it before, I'll say it again, they're getting into something they have no expertise in, and they're just going to automatically assume every person that plays games is, oh, they're sick or something, which we're fucking not. Some people, this is a form of escapism. They gotta fucking get some sort of good enjoyment out of this life instead of garbage bullshit they gotta deal with every day at work or with a relationship or whatever. And that's it. Links to the description box down below. Cartel no sign. I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, otakus, and hikikomoris out there. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day. Have a good night wherever you're at in the world out there. Stay tuned for more future content channel like anime, manga news, internet gaming news, and internet news as well. Alright, take it easy. Peace out, my sauerkraut. See you on the flip side.